Welcome back to the Late Night Chat Network, your one stop for pop culture talk. Oh, guys, sorry, it's Rob and JT here for the 2024 NFL Playoffs Roundup recap for round two. Guys, it's going to
Round
be an
two.
interesting show. We don't have our usual intro. I didn't have it all set up and tuned in for you guys, so I'm trying to work that one out. That's something that I got to start playing around with on my computer because if I don't start messing around with StreamYard shit, you're never gonna get
Yeah,
to see some of the stuff that's gonna be coming up this year. So,
yeah,
uh,
exactly.
as long as you guys always remember to stop by the Late Night Chat Network and get your one stop pop culture for pop culture talk, bro. All right,
Exactly.
your one stop shop for pop
Oh,
culture
shut for
talk. That's right.
culture. That's a tongue twister in itself, man. That's crazy.
You know, it is. I think they did it on purpose to give me the most hardest fucking name to fucking
I
spit
know.
up right at the show.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
yeah, once again, guys, I just want to give you a rundown of a few promo things that we got coming this week. Yesterday you had, sorry, earlier today you had late night on the Late Night Chat Network. You had Comic Shop Talk with Chris and Nico that was released a little bit earlier than this today, around 7 o'clock. Um, they do it every Tuesday, 7 a.m. So, guys, make sure to tune in and like and subscribe to that because they put a lot of hard work and a lot of effort into reading that crap. I mean, sorry, it slipped out of my mouth. It's not crap. It's what people like. It's what the people like. I do it all for the
Yeah,
ladies, but it's what
yeah.
the people like. And then
They do
don't.
it. They do it all for the nerds.
Well, I mean, it is what it is, right? I mean, we
It is.
can't we can't get away with
I'm
saying
just
that kind of
teasing.
stuff anymore. We're old.
Hey, sis. Yeah.
But you know me, I don't apologize for stuff I didn't have to apologize for when I was little. So fuck that. If you don't want to listen to me rant and ramble, then you're at
Yeah.
the wrong pop culture shop, bro. I'm telling you right now. Um,
Have a
but
coffee.
if you want to look for a fucking good, you know what? I think I have to, dude. I don't.
Have a sip of coffee.
I haven't even had my sip of coffee. My room is so fucking quiet today, guys. I'm not used to this. It's a little bit weird. I usually have a fan running in the background, so it's too
It's too
fucking
quiet.
cold for a
It's
fan
too cool.
now.
Yeah, yeah. It's cold today, man. I actually had to put a jacket on. Still wore shorts, but I had to put a jacket on.
You fucked. Okay, sorry, man. You should just play football straight up. I'm telling you right
Okay.
now the way they had to do it in.
Oh, that was
But yeah,
some
stay
crazy
tuned.
weather.
Also,
Yeah.
stay tuned for another crazy, fun-filled week of more stuff that's coming up. And like I said, every Friday, you guys can tune in for late night mixtapes, man. Every Friday, 8 o'clock. Thanks for everybody that's been tuning in and listening to those because those are great shows to listen to. And
Yeah.
also, we have a new episode of Late Night at the Movies, the first one of the new year. It was some first, sorry, not the first one of the new year, but a new host. The first time we had guests. Sorry,
Yes,
super
that's right.
fans. I'm gonna correct my words. I'm just rewriting a little pre-write script to me. But I'll tell you right now, they are super fans of the show. I'll give them a lot of respect. It's going to be nice to meet them in person for finally. And we're going to have them on next week. We'll have we're doing a movie show of rewatch, or not a rewatch, but basically a watch of Giuseppe Makes a Movie. It's called, and we're gonna have a great discussion with me, Julie, Max, Nico, um, and the super fans. And we're yet to disclose that information,
A
but
lot.
we get there.
It's a
We'll
lot of
we'll, we'll
people.
show them when they come on screen. Yeah, it's gonna be interesting. There's gonna be about 6 of us, so it should be a fun one. Um, and then I want to tease something, but I don't know if I want to tease something because I don't want to jinx myself. I'm already putting stuff on my table already. So I mean, but we're talking about hopefully you get to see a premiere of a new TV show we're gonna be cooking up. All right, and it's TV talk with JT. It's TV. Oh, you know what? It's TV with JT. Kind of has that little bit.
TV with
We're trying.
Okay.
I think that's what we're gonna go with, right? I think that's how we're gonna stick with it because honestly, it's pretty simple and down to earth. I mean, I was saying I am JT for like I am BD, but that sounds a little bit narcissistic when you write it like that. Um, I am JT.
Yep.
But yeah, so hopefully we can get that off the ground and started and a certain show discussion and stuff, and a whole little format that we're gonna have run out for you guys, because obviously this whole new year is gonna be fun filled with a whole bunch of stuff. And thanks for the new subscribers and everybody that likes and subscribes. But remember also too, if you want to, recommend us to friends, man, like and subscribe. Anything we like to put on here, we do this for fun. And
Yep.
if you guys enjoy it, you don't enjoy it, but I'm telling you right now, you will enjoy it. I mean, if I enjoy it, I should enjoy it, right? You could cut me off my rambling at any time here, Rob, because
All right.
I haven't talked to very many people today except fucking little kids,
It's
which
all
were
good, man.
family.
Yeah, it's all good, man. Obviously, you haven't had enough coffee, so that's okay. We can
I'm
we
wide
can
awake.
No, it's all good.
I'm
It's
wide
all
awake,
good.
but I'm ready to go. I'm ready to go with this fucking football.
Yes.
This
Now,
crazy football.
I know you didn't get to watch the games on Saturday because you had plans already. But
I had a date night.
Yes, you had date night. That's right. But I tell you, Saturday's game, actually all of them were really good games. They really were. So
I know.
even
I was watching the scores and the little leads up.
I mean, the way the Texas game started right away. I mean, with what was that guy's name? Chris Boyd throws his helmet, and then he gets a 15-yard. I mean, they already had ran for a 63-yard return, and then he ends up throwing it. I don't know why. I guess I still even know why he threw his helmet, but he throws his helmet, and then he he ends up pushing the coach, or not the coach, but the defensive coach or whatever. And it's just, so that kind of set them back. Unfortunately, it was a bad start for them, and Chiefs just.
I feel bad for them. I still, you know what? I've never watched up until last year. Like I said, I've never watched football, guys. As full disclosure, I turned it on and off, and before it. But last year I started watching it nonstop, and I'll tell you right now, I'm learning a lot about starting to see certain things, and I'm not gonna be one of those guys that starts to say, anything crazy about the Chiefs and whatever. But I heard it later on, and people have been saying that later on after I said this too, that people have been saying this now for years. But the reffing around Kansas City really fucking blows.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, it does. You're right.
I don't know.
It's crazy
because I did a bit. I got a chance to watch a little bit of the Stroud Houston game. I like to say Stroud because that's what I was following. I like to see the quarterbacks throw the ball.
Yep.
I don't know what it is, right? Hey, maybe that's what gives me the little boner, but I'm not sure, right? Maybe I want to be the guy in the center that gets his balls fondled every time by the quarterback. I always wonder if this. I would always wonder sometimes if this means Hut, right?
I have no. Jesus.
When he pulls the ball up there, and he gives that little bit of a tap.
Yeah,
maybe that gives the results. Like you tap a pony and whatever, they take off.
There you go. Take off. Yeah, exactly.
So the Houston game there, I'll be honest with you, I watched some of it, and the officiating was really, really
fucking a lot of phantom calls.
Poor, yeah. I mean, I feel like there was one of the plays that thing got hit in the head with the hit. It was a helmet thing. It was, and it kind of just grazed his fucking head.
It was more that actually it was. I think I know which one you're talking about. It's with the two players kind of went at, like, we're trying to sack Mahomes, and the Texas players ended up crashing into each other's helmets, and really
more than anything.
It didn't even really touch Mahomes, and then all of a sudden it's like 15-yard fucking. It's like, holy shit, man. There was that, and that's crazy.
I like Houston. I liked them last year. I was really watching Houston, and
yeah, I enjoy watching Houston. Actually, they're a great upcoming team.
I was watching Washington as well, because Washington, like I said, Washington was always Horseshack's team, and then this year when they brought in Daniels, that just, I think, solidified it for me.
Yeah,
right. Because I did see a couple. I've seen highlights prior to this season that were from him at the state of, I think it was Arizona State or whatever he played in, and he played in ISU, I think, for a little bit. I don't watch very much college football, but I try to see highlights here and then. There's too much college, honestly, guys. It's just for me, it's a lot. and I would have no friends, no relationships, no fucking nothing. If all I did was watch fucking college football, right?
Yeah, it is a lot.
But
Like I'm just getting
what
into the NFL now. Like I mean, you know,
Houston had a full, a full rocket team too as well. Like they had their
Mhm.
roster there, they had everybody that
Yep.
they needed, and unfortunately, um, it just wasn't going their way. I really wanted to see them take out Cincinnati. Kansas City.
Kansas City.
I'm
Yeah.
fucking. I got Cincinnati on the brain because I heard something about a deal that they made today. That's why.
No,
But to be honest with you, I think the officiating could have been a lot better. I mean, in that game,
it's been like that
alone.
for almost all season. There has been at least 2 or 3 phantom calls constantly in favor for KC.
But also
I
too,
mean,
Houston, I gotta give
it's even to the point now where I'm reading online where other NFL players and such are even now like starting to bark up and say, okay, this is getting a little too much. Like you're not even trying to hide it now. It's like it's almost blatant right in front of your face on some of those calls.
yeah, really stupid. And then the rules I don't like are stupid rules when it comes to, that the receiver has to be in the distance. Kind of like when with the Chargers, was it the Rams, was Stafford when he had threw out the ball this last series. And he had threw out the ball and it was in that direction of what's his name, Nicoy or whatever, the other guy, the receiver. But it was like, what does the in the area mean? Does it mean? I know it's within like 5. Like they actually have a rule.
A
And,
pocket.
dude,
I don't know. I just don't know what the pocket is.
no, but the
That's what I'm
pocket, I
still
think
trying.
it's within 5 meters, or sorry, within 5 yards. I said meters, within 5 yards of the quarterback, right? But it's, I think, below the line of scrimmage too as well. I'm not 100% sure of all these fucking rules because I'm trying to learn
There's
them
so
now
many
as I'm
rules that
watching.
I'm trying to learn. It's just it's crazy. I mean, I'm enjoying it, but like I said, there's rules that I've heard for last week with that first one. I can't even remember the damn rule. Kathleen had told me it again, but that there's rules constantly that are coming up that I'm still trying to learn. But I mean, it's to the point where I enjoy football so much. I mean, people who really know me know how much of a hockey nut I am. I haven't watched a hockey game probably in 2 months. It's all been football. Like that's all I've been concentrating. I really, really enjoy the football. I mean, I'll get back into hockey probably once football is over after the Super Bowl because there's still lots of hockey left. But right now, it's I'll keep an eye on it on the phone or whatever, like the scores and such. But kind of like that game Saturday against Montreal, where I
No,
looked at.
we're
Sorry,
not talking about hockey.
I'm no, no,
We're not.
no, no, no. I'm not dissing you. I'm just saying, like they were up 3-0 at the end of the first. I thought, holy shit, okay. I didn't even bother looking again. I thought, okay, they're going to get their ass wiped. And then I was like,
Football's
I don't know
different.
what the hell happened, but
Football's different. Football, they do it
oh
purposely,
yeah,
and they do it because they have to make certain plays. Because if they don't make certain plays that key pivotal moments of the game, they're
yeah.
gonna fucking throw something off. I've learned that about. This is where the strategy comes in. That's
Oh
where
yeah, it's like a
like
chess match. That's what I've
it's
noticed. It's huge. It's like a
before.
chess match. Yeah, yeah,
So that's where the strategy comes in. That's why if you're ever looking at the point spread, you kind of can see where it could end up, like under or over, right?
yeah,
But
yeah,
it doesn't tell you much about the team. It just tells you how they can play against the team that they're against. If they statistically use their defense and they statistically use their offense the right way, that's where
mhm,
they should be technically the way they're playing right at that moment, right?
yeah,
And I think that's how the odds are started to calculate. Like that, the odds. I mean, the odds always got to favor the house, right? You know
yeah.
that, right?
Oh yeah,
So
yeah,
they're
yeah,
always going to favor the house in that sense. So there's going
yeah.
to be a lot of, but I mean, dude, after that Kansas City game, I kind of figured that CJ Stroud might have not been able to pull it off by
Well, he
himself.
also had a bit of a knee injury there too, or something. He had gone down.
There's a lot of
He was
them
limping.
banged up,
Yeah, he was limping around a little bit after a couple of the sacks or whatever on him, I think. But I mean,
but
I don't,
there
it's
was
just
some
some of those
close.
things with Kansas City, man. Like that 49-yard catch by like where Mahomes is getting tackled, and as he's going down, he still was able to get that throw off and hit Kelsey for a touchdown. Like, I mean, yeah, okay, everybody, the refs this, the refs that, but the fact is they still have a ton of talent. Like, I mean, it's crazy. Like,
Oh, but that's
that
the
was
problem.
that was
You
an
can't leave
amazing
Kelsey open.
touchdown.
You can't leave him open in the end zone for fucking 2
Yeah,
minutes, man.
yeah,
Like they left him open in the end there, right? Like
yeah,
literally, they left Kelsey. They figured all about him.
yeah,
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 he's getting
yeah.
older, whatever, but he still can fucking do what he's got to do, right? And I don't
Yep.
like to. I'm not, there's people speculating that he's gonna fucking retire if they win or whatever this year, or who knows if he's gonna stick around for next year, right?
Yeah.
But I mean, we all obviously don't know that. I think the weather had played a big part for against Houston. I started noticing that
Yeah.
the weather does play a huge factor for teams,
Sure it does.
especially that aren't used to going up and playing in that type of weather. And even like I would, if I was an owner of the team or coach of the team, you'd want to bring them somewhere cold to fucking get them used to
Oh
fucking
yeah.
maybe
Yeah.
playing in artificial snow. They put a lot of money into these football teams. I don't know if they send them off to play in these artificial snow fucking football games because they
I don't
should.
know. I
Makes it a
know you
fucking different game.
well, yeah, I mean, but I guess you could say the same thing for teams that are used to playing in the cold, and then all of a sudden you go into the, hot. It's like,
No, you can't. You already can feel that difference, bro. You understand? Yeah, okay, you might get a little bit more heat exhaust.
yeah,
You're not
yeah. But the
climatized.
cold is I understand that the cold is totally different. Like I mean, it's not especially if there's snow involved. Now you got to change your cleats. You got to, I was listening to the commentators. They were saying that some of the pegs they screw in, screw out. So depending on what
Yeah,
position you play, they have longer spikes. You know,
yeah.
it's just so much. And people they say that the ball is harder to catch in the cold. Your hands are frozen and. Yeah, it's nuts.
I can't. You know what? I don't know. I wouldn't be able to do that. I wouldn't be able to figure it out.
Yeah,
Like I seen the teams. We've seen it this week. So I mean, we go through Kansas City, and Kansas City was cold. Don't get me
yeah,
wrong. Kansas City could have been a lot warm. I mean, it's not that much warmer than everywhere else right now, but
yeah,
it was a little warmer. You can tell. Like it was cold, but
yeah.
bearable. Houston could have done
So
it. I
on
mean, Houston could.
so on that one, KC had won 23-14.
You remember
So
what you
they
said last week? What you were going to pick? You don't
I, I
remember, do you?
I was contemplating. I was going back and forth, but I just didn't think that Texas was going to beat KC.
You don't
That's
think
why I
so?
picked. That's why I picked the Chiefs.
Well, fuck you, because I no wait. I stick with Houston.
Yeah,
Sticks with the Texans because I told you, regardless of what I was going to do, I don't go against. Like this is the
yeah,
thing
yeah.
with me. You
No,
got.
that's fair enough,
I'm
man.
pretty straightforward. I'm pretty straightforward when it comes to letting you guys know. Like, I mean, I'm not gonna lie who I'm gonna stick with. Uh, but I'm trying to fool you guys in the fucking in
Yeah,
the football pool, but I can't.
yeah.
You
No,
already know what I'm gonna pick, right? And you know what? Honestly, it wasn't a bad. Like, it
no,
wasn't.
you
I
got
wasn't.
it. Hey, man, you took it. You
No, the
took that
Houston
one.
one. No, I took the Houston, but I didn't take it. You know what I mean? They
Yeah.
lost.
Yeah, because otherwise you probably would have beat my city. Would have got up higher.
Well, me and I think it
uh,
would be your sister. That's the
yeah,
only other one who fucking was dumb enough like me to pick him. But
yeah.
you know, honestly, I'll be like I said,
So
I
okay,
love.
let's go ahead.
Go on.
No, just finish what you were saying. Go ahead.
I'd love to figure it out. Like I'd love to, with that game, I would love to have that back. I mean, I can only put 4 points on it, so for me, it wasn't too big of a deal.
That was a smart move too. Smart move. Yep, because you took the less of all the points. So I mean, it was a bit of a gamble. Now it's the next one. It's the Washington Detroit where I I was right to the last minute where I was going to change it because I really thought, and I thought, no, you know what? The Lions are at home. The Lions should be able to take it. And I thought, screw it. I'm gonna keep it that way instead of going to Washington. And I should have. I mean, 45-31. I mean, dude. I mean, Lions is a good team, and I mean that was Daniels was just he was
I mean,
fantastic in that game, man. Yeah, yeah, Yep.
Okay, I got him.
Yeah, yeah. I mean,
You
and that was a good game, man. The Chiefs.
bro. I
You
got
get me?
basically, I got enough teams here, man.
Did you get my Saints?
No, I
Gotta
don't have
give
your
me one.
Saints. They don't have,
Give me one,
they don't
man.
have
Give
one.
me one. Ah,
But
okay. Anyway,
I, I just ordered a Washington one. I mean, I ordered a Washington one when I ordered the jersey before the playoffs started.
yeah,
But I'm still
nice.
waiting for the jersey. Right. I didn't
So,
to get
but yeah,
shipped
so let's get to this Lions Washington game. I did in the pool. I picked the Lions and I lost. You picked Washington. You were smart. You won that one. Like I said, it was right down to the wire for me. I almost changed it at the last minute, and I thought every time I change it at the last minute, I always end up losing. I figured the Lions had a strong team. They were at home. You know, it was a really good season for them, as well with Washington. And I thought, okay, but I lost that one. But it was a great start. I mean, 40-yard start for the Lions. I mean, they started off, you know, like a
You know
bat
what
out
it
of
was?
hell. I thought, okay, well, it was a good start. Good start. Let's get going. And yeah,
I love to say that I had a feeling the Lions. I said I was thinking to myself, this is the way I went into this game
yeah,
because if you're gonna place bets on things, you like to keep them. I like to keep them the same way, and I like to talk about. And like I said, I've been watching Daniel since last
yeah,
year.
yeah,
Well, since this
yeah.
year, beginning of this year, but I've been watching Washington since last year, and he fit in perfectly in the beginning of the year.
Mhm.
So I
Yeah.
think I think at the end of the day, I'm figuring this kid is something different about him. There's something that remember I didn't come into that like I said those eras of football where you guys came into. I'm trying to watch the quarterbacks now and not try to jump on no
Mhm.
bandwagon here, right?
Yep.
The only time you might hear me sound like I'm jumping on a bandwagon is when the team that I want to
Is
win
that
the we're in is in.
and that's where I am. My team didn't even make the playoffs, so I'm allowed to bandwagon jump for a little bit. But I'll tell you something about Washington, though. They do have one of my ex team that they picked up at the right before
Well, at
the
least you get
which
at
is
least you get rid
Lattimore.
of
No, Lattimore's doing well for Washington for you guys, man. So I mean,
it.
I wish the Saints didn't get rid of him, but
I'll tell you right now, Washington's got everything you need right now as a team to go
yeah,
far.
they
Whether
do.
whether or not they can. I mean, they got a decent easier road ahead of them. I think the Eagles are going to be a lot easier to fucking play than than the
Oh yeah, I think so too.
than that. We're going to get to that one in a second,
Yeah, yeah,
but yeah, I think they
yeah.
have an easier road around them. But Detroit, what I'm mad about Detroit is they try these pretty boy moves. They've been doing it all season, and I keep hearing people talking about it, and I see them too. Like, what do they need to throw back on a play that was so pivotal in a game where they're playing? I mean, they needed points, straight up needed points. First, you're getting intercept. I knew Washington was going to have no problem playing in there because it's an indoor football field. So the first of all,
Mhm.
that eliminates all weather conditions,
Yeah.
right? So that's out the window. You don't have to worry about that. Okay, so that eliminates just about everything because I don't even the cold doesn't even get in there, right?
Yeah, 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 yeah.
Yeah, if I'm not mistaken, it's sealed, right? That dome. It might be
Dude,
retractable at some point, but I'm pretty sure it's fucking sealed. If
honestly,
I'm not mistaken about
I really
the
don't know.
dome, and
I really don't know. I mean, I know
yeah,
it's a dome and everything, but I'm pretty sure
they're
it's
inside.
fully sealed. So,
They're
but
inside. Yeah, they are
yeah,
inside, right? So at the
yeah.
end of the day, I'm telling you right now, um, they honestly really had no issue of beating them. Jaden Daniels can throw, he can run. He had no issues with that. Now, when you get to Detroit and they start pulling this shit where they're passing backwards and they're doing unbelievable I don't know why they passed it, they lateraled it back to one of the receivers. Was it one of the
Yeah.
receivers or the line the offensive line there to throw it?
It could it went to
I
tight ends
wasn't
or
sure.
something. I don't know. Yeah.
Yeah, it was probably a tight. So yeah, it is.
I
It is
well
a
again, yeah. Detroit Stadium is sealed. Okay, good. Okay.
yeah.
But yeah, I mean, but don't forget, Lions had five turnovers, dude.
But that was another thing bad about this week. There was so many fucking
That was
turnovers,
crazy.
right?
I know. Well, again, although you can't really state it for the Lions if they're indoors, but I mean, I understand the turnovers for like say KC or the Bills game or something when you're, you know, a minus 1,000 degrees playing in the friggin' cold and snow and shit. Yeah, you know what? You're going to get some turnovers, but yeah, 5 turnovers for the Lions. I mean, that pace basically sealed their fate, man, on a lot of them.
That's the
That hurt
problem,
them
right?
anyway. Yeah.
At the end of the day, that also sucked because it hurt them.
Yeah.
Because they try these fancy things. They've done it before, and I think it is the coach's fault. I think it is genuinely the coach's idea to make these final decisions. And Goff wasn't playing that good. Jeffrey Goff
Well,
wasn't playing the
I
football
don't
game. Right?
I don't think it's in the coach's plan to have a backwards lateral or side. I think that's just basically
But
the
why do you try it?
quarterback getting stuck, and instead of getting sacked or getting an intentional grounding or something, if they see an open man and they can lateral across to him, I think that's
But you know how easy it is? Okay, this is what I don't understand. If you literally just toss the ball out of bounds when there's a receiver somewhere in the fucking area, because that's what they like to use, somewhere
Yeah.
in the area, then why
Maybe,
not do it?
I don't know, dude. Maybe because, like I said, maybe because he saw an open guy and he thought, well, let's give it a shot. I mean, I've seen it work before. It's worked with KC.
Okay, but it's just like pulling a fucking Hail Mary or something like that where
Yeah.
you're throwing it down the field. It's
Yeah.
it's a
It's a chance.
there's a hard chance, but not too many people can throw. There's a reason why you're a quarterback and not either a receiver or fucking tight end or whatever the fuck it is that's throwing the ball. There's a reason why, and I would think for in that respect, you would want to have that. You get what I'm saying? Like you wouldn't want to try that just because it's like a Hail Mary shot. It's like a fucking Michigan goal try shot. So when you can't get it, you can't get it, right? Doesn't matter how good you are. Right? Doesn't matter how crap you are, doesn't matter how good you are, you're not gonna get it. So why try something stupid? Detroit had a team this year. This is the problem too. Detroit had the team. Something they had some injuries that coming into this game. And
They
I
had a
believe
lot of right from the beginning. They had some serious issues with some injuries, but I mean, they did get some back. They didn't get all of them back, and yet, even with a lot of those serious injuries, I mean, still Detroit went on, man. I mean, they were one of the top teams, right? So you got to give it to them for that,
dude. They were crying. Okay, they were upset, but they were upset at nobody but themselves. They let themselves down. I mean, honestly, to go from the contenders they were last year and getting basically getting into the fucking playoffs in without having to play your wild card spot. You got your seat, right? In the top of your division or whatever it is. At the end of the day, you shouldn't be getting eliminated by a rookie fucking quarterback. I'm sorry. Like I said, I love fucking Jaden Daniels, bro. He's probably would be my fucking between him and CJ Stroud I liked last year. But I mean, this one, once Daniels came in, it was just it solidified where I was going. And I don't care if they win or if they lose. At the end of the day, I still have faith in them. I had faith in them for the first round. I had faith in them for the second round. I'm going for them again this next round, because I think they have a better chance of beating this round than
so do I.
And I still now whether or not they're ready to play in Seattle, in Philadelphia, right? I always mix the two up. I don't know why I mix the two up. Maybe it's because I have this one here too.
Yeah, right? It's a bird team, right? It's a bird team.
It's a bird team. That's it. So at the end of the day, hopefully with this next round that they're going into, that they can take out Philadelphia, no problem. Like I hope, they don't have any issues with snow. They don't have any that was kind of an interesting storm how that happened. And now we might as well move into that one since we're out of the Detroit. I mean, they were down a fucking two points, man. Detroit is never going to come back after being down 2, right? Like that. They were blown out, but literally in the fucking first half, bro.
Yeah, I agree. I think Linda's right. Like Washington is on fire right now. They've been really good all
He's the
year.
next he's the next Lamar, man. I'm
Yeah,
sorry, he is. Jaden Daniels,
yeah,
I've
he's
heard
good.
people talk like that, and you know what? Watching just Lamar play, but he you know the problem is, I think he's even better than Lamar. I think he's got a better throwing, maybe a better running game than Mahomes, or a better throwing game. I can't figure that one out yet. Already as a rookie, I think you can compare him to that in that sense. Now, whether
As a
if it
rookie,
goes
maybe,
that
yeah,
far,
but
who would they have a better chance with if they made it past the Eagles? Who would you think they have a better chance with? Kansas City or fucking Buffalo? Because it's gonna be out of one or the other, bro. And it's gonna be the same. Like
well,
it's funny.
yeah.
This is the third time playing each other, right?
Hmm. That's gonna be fun. But that was a hell of a game, and that was a high scoring game. That was 45-31, and
Yeah,
it was
you get the
crazy. It
second
was
seed. You get the second
yeah.
seed kicking out the first seed. So I always thought because of that that they get the home court, the home field advantage in the playoffs, but they don't.
No,
It's still going to be in
yeah,
Philadelphia.
yeah, yeah.
So the next,
So
yeah. So what
next
do we
one
got?
is the Rams and the Eagles. This was a nail biter. This was a close one. This 22-28, but man, it was back and forth, like just insane.
The problem,
Like it was crazy, and especially when that snow started.
yeah, and it started coming down heavy at one point
Yeah, yeah, I know.
where
Yeah,
they
it
had
was
to keep
well,
coming up
actually, I think even at one
with
point
the line.
it was actually hail at one point because did a close up of one of the guys. You can see it bouncing off the helmet and off his face. I mean, like it's damn.
I think it went from everything because it's Philadelphia,
It
so
did. It
it
was
probably
for
went
everything.
from
Yeah,
rain to hail to
yeah,
fucking snow that quick
yeah,
because the temperature wasn't that cold, but it was enough to get like that lake, the heavy, wet, damp snow
yeah.
in the clouds from the clouds. But yeah, it was crazy to watch it come down. It
It
was
was
night. It was
loud.
cool watching fucking football. Yeah, well, you're in
Well, and
Philadelphia,
then
right?
because well, not only that, LA player, what's his name? I don't know his first name, but it's his last name was Verse. He was the one that was going all week saying about being quoted as saying he hates the Philadelphia fans. They're annoying. And so anyway, he was just when he went out on the field, he was just stirring shit up, man. And
Oh, he was
every
keep going.
chance, every chance he had, he was on those like yeah, everything, man. Like he was just crazy. But he's a he's a good what is he a tight he's a
He's a tight ass. I don't know what he is, man.
no 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 block because he goes after what do you again like I said I'm still trying to learn all the
I'll tell you right
positions
now.
and everything.
Go on.
The one where he they go after the quarter because that's what he does. He was because he sacked uh what's his name hurt a couple times. What the hell is that? Is
Uh,
that a running? Not a. That's a. I don't even know
where am
what
I'm
position that
looking
is.
from, dude.
Like
I'm
I
looking
said,
from.
I'm learning. I'm learning the best I can as fast as I can. But it's. I love the sport.
There's too
I'm
much
just
story.
trying to. What is it?
He's a linebacker.
Linebacker? Is that what they are? Linebackers? Okay.
Yeah, he's on
Anyway, he's a big
linebacker.
dude, and every
Yeah.
time, man, like he would get on Jalen Hurts' case or whatever. He turned to the crowd. He just it was just. I was just like, damn, man. If they end up winning, if LA ends up winning, I was like, shit, he's gonna be dancing around that damn field. But
The
yeah,
problem
that's
with that
crazy.
game, I think, too, is there was a lot of guys there. There was a lot of people there, guys a lot of players, sorry, guys that were injured. I mean, Philadelphia was pretty playing with a pretty banged up team, and you knew that going into it. And then you got to remember again, you bring in like I've seen it all year. I've seen it with Miami when they get somewhere where it's a little colder, and they can't play properly. You see it with places like LA. Look, the Rams, like they were all fucking
Yeah,
freezing there, as
yeah, I know.
the Eagles was sitting there with fucking t-shirts on, not even putting jackets on them, really.
Yeah,
Literally
yeah.
just to keep them dry. To be honest with you, they weren't
Hmm.
cold or anything, right? But
And Barkley again had a hell of a game. That's the only thing that Washington's really going to have to watch is Barkley.
I don't think so, bro. Because you know what?
No,
At the end of the day,
he's a
no,
hell of a
I
player,
think
man.
that's really yeah, but I think that's really the only one they got to watch for. It's like, um, right now, I think wasn't it if I'm not mistaken, Jalen Hurts that had to put the brace on at the end there.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So something's up
So
with
that
him, right?
I was going to say
He's
that's
hurting.
going to be interesting too. If he's hurting, you know damn well that those linebackers are going to go after, try to sack him more so on the lower part of his body to try to re-injure that knee or something.
Well, they didn't even go for that quarterback, that push for the fucking one just to get
Yeah,
that one line. They didn't do
yeah, the
that
tush
because
push. Yeah,
they're
because
worried.
he was
Yeah,
hurt. Yeah, exactly.
yeah,
Yeah.
they were worried,
So I mean,
right? And they
they
actually
won
had
that
him on
one
the
by the skin of
sideline.
their teeth. They really did. They won that one by the skin of their teeth. That was a nail biter. Even in the fourth quarter with that 78-yard TD that Barkley did. I mean, that was the guy could run like shit, man. It's unreal
Well,
how
they're used
fast
to
that guy
running,
can
you know what I
fucking run.
mean? But that's a
Man,
whole
yeah,
other
but
podcast.
he's fast. He's fast. So
But yeah, no, so yeah, I'd like to see I'd like to see the next game. I'm waiting for that now, that
yeah,
matchup,
me
because
too.
the
Both games are going
Eagles
to be next Sunday.
and Washington, the Eagles in Washington is going to be. I can't. Well, I don't even know. What time is it? It's on Sunday, but it's the early game, right? Oh, I'm
Uh,
not even gonna be. I'm gonna have such a hard time watching those games. I'm gonna have to try to rewatch them somehow because I think
what
they're at
is
8.
it?
Yeah, I got them.
Three,
They're at 8.
3 and 6:30. 3 p.m. and 6:30.
Yeah, man, it's almost over. Football's almost over. You can't even get it on Mondays anymore. You can't. Now
Nope,
it's only one
nope.
day a week now,
Yep, yep.
right? They really fucking with us. It's like a countdown till the end. They take away slowly, right? But
But
I really
let's
am
get to the
looking.
best game. Let's get to the best game that there was. Okay,
No, this
which
wasn't.
was
This game
Baltimore
fucked me
and
big time.
Buffalo.
This game
I'm sorry
fucked
that
me.
I'm sorry that it fucked you. I knew Buffalo. Josh Allen. I tell you, this guy is fucking unbelievable. In my
You know
opinion,
what?
he is
Okay,
unbelievable.
he
He's a
is,
hell of
but
a
he doesn't need his.
quarterback.
He doesn't even need his team here.
He outshone Lamar.
I don't. I still no. I still don't think he did. I don't.
Oh,
I
I
think the
do.
team
I do.
let Lamar down more than Lamar let on. Lamar likes to play
Well, yeah.
fancy.
Actually, I feel bad. Actually, Kathleen has sent me a thing saying about what's his name there. Hold on a second. It's right here. I got it here.
Not Josh Allen or about Lamar.
No. The Ravens guy right at the very end. He the one that right at the very end he dropped the game tying 2-point conversion. He was receiving
Oh, that
death
was
threats and shit. Like, that's insane. Come on. I mean, it's one thing to be pissed off, but he's getting death threats. So the Bills Mafia actually raised like over $10,000 for his charity. Like, I mean, that's what a great gesture. I mean, seriously. But why? Like, okay,
he
I
was
get you.
getting death threats from Buffalo. Sorry,
No,
from
no, no.
Baltimore?
From like Baltimore. Yeah, because he dropped the tying 2-pointer.
Well, I mean, Nico had showed me this thing, and I was gonna try to play it on here, but I don't know how if it's gonna work properly or not, guys. But it was about Lamar going off on post game on his team, because that game was back. That game was a really fucking awesome game to watch. To be honest with you, I got to see quite a bit of that one.
Yeah.
Right, that one was fun to watch, and that was back and forth. And I really
Wow.
thought they were gonna tie it with the 2-point conversion there at the end.
Yeah,
Right?
I was worried about that, man. I was so thankful that he dropped it. I mean, I don't.
Oh yeah,
I feel
eh?
bad that the guys get. Yeah, that's crazy. It's up to 15 grand now. Holy shit.
Yeah.
Like, I'm glad he dropped it. Like, personally, because like I said, I picked Buffalo. I want Buffalo to go all the way, and yeah, it's. I was just like, I couldn't believe it. Like, it was almost like a Washington thing, like because they got fucking horseshoes up their ass with all their Hail Marys and last minute things and shit like that. And yeah, it was just it was great to see. I thought it was a great game. It was a bit chippy too.
It's a bit chippy.
Again, weather, snow. Yep. So
The snow,
Lamar
you know,
had three turnovers, which didn't help them. So,
But Baltimore is not really too worried about cold. I don't think. I think they get some cold
no,
weather too here and
no,
there. At least
but it's
snow
just
they get.
it's the same thing though. Like I mean, even for Buffalo,
Ball
they were
doesn't
having
move.
yeah, the ball is it's harder to catch. It's hard, it's harder to throw. The wind was crazy. I mean, I think the Ravens kicker he not miss I think he missed two, did he not? He missed a field goal attempt, and he also missed uh, a conversion point, I think.
Well, he tried for they tried for the onside too, and the ball's not going to bounce in that type of weather. It's going to just
Yeah,
literally roll right into the arms of the other of the Buffalo player, right? So, I
yeah.
mean, really, at the end of the day, but I would have liked to see. I would have liked to see them get that 2 point because they were that fucking close, bro.
I
They were
didn't. I
that
was glad.
close.
I know for you because you picked the Ravens, but I didn't. I picked the
Well,
Bills, so I'm
I
happy
wanted
things went the
Buffalo to
other way.
win. I
Yeah,
don't like Buffalo. It's the shit. It's
yeah,
the shithole of fucking of New York, yeah, of
yeah,
America. I'm sorry, it's the underarm.
yeah.
I've always thought about Buffalo, not just the team. I'm just, look, the Bills Mafia. Oh, come on, please, right? I like
Hey, man, they're
anybody
they're a
anybody that's a
supportive
Bills fan
group,
here. I
man.
don't care. Go ahead. I don't care. Hate on all you
Yeah.
want. You guys are like Toronto fans. You keep fucking praying for a team that's never going to win.
Hey,
Right?
well, this could be their year, dude.
Yeah, yeah. And if you're relying on Superman over there, Josh Allen, then it's not gonna happen, bro, because he can
Well,
only
they
do
got
so much.
players. Yeah, I know. I know.
Well, I would like to
It'll
see
be
their players
interesting.
do a little bit more because if they had the players that they say they have, they would have the game wouldn't have been so fucking tight. But I mean, when you got guys like fucking Henry and those guys, all they're supposed to do is catch a ball and hold on to a ball. That's all they're supposed
Yeah,
to do. That's their job. Once that ball's in
yeah,
there, pretend it's your fucking kid, and
yeah.
don't let
Well,
go. Right?
it's so a lot of that I think is easier said than done. I mean, you get some of these
How?
guys that
They
dude,
go right
so
for it.
you're
I know.
holding.
I've seen the
That's what I'm saying.
punch, bro.
They punch it out, man. I mean, you got to really
Bro,
be
you gonna let somebody
anchoring
punch
that.
your baby?
You know, be like holding that damn ball, like, and then if you do that, then
I'm
you're
telling you.
concentrating on that, and then you're not gonna. You gotta think about it. You gotta hold the ball. You gotta see where the hell the players are. You gotta know where the hell you're going. It's crazy.
I bet you like, okay, just picture
Yeah,
it as your kid. That's all you got
he's
to do.
amazing.
I'm pretty sure you're not gonna let go of that. You're not gonna let somebody punch you. I mean, I hate to see it, bro.
Again,
I
I think
hate.
it's easier said than done.
No, I mean, I don't think I can hold on to something that like that. I don't have the
Yeah.
body or the strength. Okay, but I'm pretty sure at 90% of those, 95% of those fucking players that play football can hold on to a fucking ball. I'm pretty sure they know what they're
Oh, I'm
doing when it
sure they
comes to
can too, but again, it's if you're not because it doesn't happen all the time, but if you're not expecting you do have a good grip on it, but if somebody comes down and they punch it hard enough, even as much as you're holding on to it, it could even if it wobbles a little bit, then all of a sudden now it's like shit, now it's loose and you're trying to catch and then boom, before you know it's on the ground and then I don't know.
no.
I just
I
don't
think
think it's as easy as you're saying it is. I mean, I get it. You don't think that everybody wants to hold the shit out of that ball and make sure that it doesn't drop?
no. I just think they're wusses and they can't do it. All right.
Yeah.
You know what? Catch a
Uh,
fucking ball. That's all you're supposed
okay.
to do. You get paid a lot of
Yeah.
money to catch a ball. It's
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
a player in another sport. You get a lot of money in baseball to swing a bat, okay, or throw a
Sure.
ball, catch a ball. Really, at the end of the day,
Yep.
they can catch a ball. Nobody
Yeah. But
punches it out of their hand.
sometimes you have a bad day, man.
I'm getting
Any given
fucking
Sunday, bro.
no, any given Sunday.
Yeah.
Exactly. You fucking. I was watching that. I was
So,
ready to just throw my phone.
yeah.
To be honest with you, I didn't watch the last minute and a half after
Oh,
they couldn't get that
I was
onside. I
biting
couldn't watch
nails,
it.
man. Yeah. Yeah. I was
There was nothing
biting
else after
nails.
that. They had their timeouts, let the clock
Yeah.
run,
Yeah.
and that's it. They didn't need to do anything, right?
Yeah. Okay, so let's say this coming Sunday. So we have at the 3 o'clock game is Washington and Philadelphia in Philadelphia. I think that's going to be a great game.
And they're still
I,
favoring
I
Philadelphia.
they're still favoring Philadelphia. I don't know. I mean, but
Yeah,
it's
I was like,
close. It's almost a 50. It's a 50-50 almost though.
when I got to the casino on Saturday, okay, I was gonna go
Yeah,
in there and put $100 on fucking Washington, and I did because I don't like to
you
gamble.
should have. Yeah, I know.
I don't like to gamble. I don't want to start and win because if I start and win, first I thought I ended up thinking it was going to be bad karma for the team. I get all superstitious.
Yeah.
I do, right?
Yeah,
Like
I
if I
believe
start
I'm
watching
like
it
that.
and
I'm like that.
if I start watching it and then I see that they're losing, right? Like they're
Yeah.
fucking up on a few plays. If I watch a game and it's a team I like and I want them to win,
Yeah.
I stop watching it because I think that I'm fucking being the superstar. Like I'm it just if I don't
Yeah.
watch and just check the scores, it'll be fine, right? Well,
Yeah.
I was watching, like I said, I was watching the hockey game first, and I seen that. I was like, okay, I better turn it off. It's 3-0 now. I don't have to worry about that. And then next thing I keep refreshing my score, and it keeps going up. But then the Washington game was just climbing every time I did
Yeah.
that. And I
Yeah.
was like, well, and I'm thinking, why didn't I go place this bet? I would have walked out of the fucking casino with $900 that day,
Yeah, man.
right?
Yeah.
It was paying 9.5, I think. But, nine something like that. It was double. It was gonna
It's a
make a
lot.
quick pretty.
It's a lot closer for this Sunday's game though. Like you're talking like Eagles are only what the hell are they here?
They're
They're all
6.5. They're
9-6.
six.
Yeah, they're 6. Yeah,
They're,
they're 6.
so they're favored.
Wow,
They're still favored because
that's
technically on
crazy.
paper they have a better team. But if everybody's healthy,
Yeah,
so pay
it'll be
attention to that
interesting.
also
Yeah,
this Sunday. If everybody's just questionable and questionable and questionable, I mean, I know these guys played with some serious injuries. They don't fuck
yeah,
around,
yeah,
so they will play with some serious injuries, right? I believe. Uh, who fucking hurt their hand? I think it was even uh
yeah. Somebody I can't
was
remember now.
it was Daniels
Yeah,
or
I think it
was
was. Yeah, it was one of the. I can't remember which one now. I think it was. You know what? I don't know. I can't. I don't want to
Josh
speculate.
Allen? There was somebody that
Mm,
fucking hurt their hand. They were shaking at the last
I
game.
know,
I
and
was
I don't.
just
I know, and I
you know
don't.
what it
I'm
is?
trying to
It's what
remember who the hell
happens
it was. Usually, I
when you
write
get
that stuff
tense like
down,
that.
and I'm like, I don't have it
But
written down. I don't know who the hell did it.
usually the problem is that the game's blending in. Now I don't get to watch uh um the red zone right now because they don't have 4 games playing at once anymore. So you don't get to
Yeah,
watch the same thing, right? Like
yeah, I
when
know.
the
Yeah,
games and I was so fun. I had so much fun watching that because that was just helped me focus a lot more and on the actual plays,
yeah,
right? Because
yeah.
that's what they were showing. They were highlighting specific things, right?
So for the Washington Eagles game, you have you got your pick set for that, or you don't want to say, or where do you think you're
Well, you
going?
know who I'm going, bro. You know where I'm
Yeah, I
going.
figured that.
I don't
I
even have
figured
to
that.
explain that to you. I don't even have to tell you
Yeah,
guys. It's whether or not I put big points or little points, and you guys got to guess on that one. So
yeah, yeah,
that's not where I'm going. But I'm still going Washington because I still whether or not they're gonna win a playoffs as a rookie. I
yeah,
think they got the team in front of him. It's whether or not he can
yeah,
handle the pressure.
yeah. True enough. Now, what about
Right.
Bills KC? So the Bills are at KC for the 6:30 game.
You know what? If the Bills can't play KC off, taking KC out and losing 3 times to
They've already beat
KC.
them once this year. They're one of the only teams to
No,
beat
no, I'm
them.
saying, but in the playoffs, they've lost twice in a row to them.
Yeah,
Okay,
I know.
regardless. So
I think this is it.
that's what matters. Now, if they can get if they make it 3 times a charm, then Casey's. But the thing is, Casey still does not have a bad team. They don't have injured players. They
Yeah,
very very little injured players. They still have people that know what they're doing, and they still have
yeah.
probably one of the best coaches in calling plays
Oh, sure.
in playing the
But
table in the NFL right now. I'm sorry to say
yeah.
it. I don't like to say it, but I mean, he's probably one of the Andy Reid is probably one of the fucking smartest
Oh,
coaches.
absolutely.
He's got the
He's
most.
a
He's
great
got the
coach.
best. He's got the best poker face.
Yeah.
It never changes. His face,
No,
his
I know.
expression, his mood never changes. He never gets excited. He never, when do you see him get excited?
It always reminds me of Wilford Brimley.
Who's
That's
that?
too funny.
I have no idea who that is.
Oh, he's just he's an actor. He also did the oatmeal commercials too. So anyway,
He reminds me of the guy from KFC. So it's funny because he's on KC, right?
Jesus. Okay, so where are you at with the Bills and KC?
I want to, like I said, I want to see. I probably want to see the Bills take it, but You know, if the officiating's again on the Kansas City side,
You know what? I don't know about that now. There is so much. I think with it being so much in the media, especially after this last weekend's game, I think people are going to be watching a little bit more closely now. So I think the refs are going to. I think the refs are going to officiate it maybe a little bit closer. And I think this is probably. I think this is Buffalo's time. So
you know what? If the Buffalo doesn't do it this year, they're not gonna. Well, I mean, they can still pull off next year because Allen's not going anywhere. They're getting up there, but
no,
they're not going anywhere anytime soon.
yeah, yeah. Oh, that was good, man.
At the end of the day, I'll be honest with you. I still think. Hold on. I still think Kansas City still has it in them, but it's going to be a tight game, bro. It's going to be a tight game, and I honestly, that's
Oh, it's
probably
going to be a
one
very tight game.
I'm gonna. I mean, like, do I have to? Do I have to, bro? Like, I just talked all kinds of
Yeah,
shit about them, right?
wear it, baby, wear it.
No, you know,
Give it to me, I'll wear it. I'm going
yeah,
Bills all the way, man.
the Bills. I don't know, bro. Like, I would like to see them beat Kansas City only because it's Kansas City, and I want to see
Yeah.
Taylor Swift cry, right?
She'll write a
But
song
I mean,
about it.
yeah, sure, maybe she will. She'll fucking
She'll be,
mention us.
well,
Throw
yeah,
this.
she'll write a song about it. Then it'll make her like another couple billion. So she'll be
No,
it'll make
she'll
her
throw
happy.
a diss out there, diss track about it or something about us.
Yeah,
Yeah, dumbass is thinking like, yeah, but fucking, or she'll make a diss track on the Bills
yeah,
Mafia.
yeah.
But because I know a lot of people up here cheer for Buffalo. Like, they know a lot of friends
Oh, they do. Yeah,
that
yeah. Me too.
they do. They cheer for Buffalo. I mean, they cheer for Buffalo regardless, even when they're
Yeah,
like. I have
yeah.
a friend of mine a friend of mine that I met through my landlord's son there. But he it's funny because he's like a Bills fan, like to the death, right? And I'm thinking to
Yeah.
myself, hey, going, that's why you're a Maple Leafs fan, right? Because you like losing teams. I'm sorry,
Gotta
bro.
have faith.
I'm
Gotta
sorry.
have faith.
No, yeah, you gotta have faith in the right teams. You gotta have faith in the right teams. Okay, that's all you gotta do. Remember that, guys. Have faith in the right teams, and those teams will come fucking. Buffalo's not, as much as I'd like to see them beat Kansas City, I don't think they are gonna. I
You
honestly,
don't think so?
I,
Eh?
I'm,
It'll be interesting.
no, I might take it for the bet. Like, I might take it for the thing just to
Yeah,
see what
yeah,
happens. But I know I'm not going to be in first in that one, right? Because Nico had to show off his skills at the end of the year, right? Like,
yeah.
he had to start a fucking guy, man. He had to. He no, you
He
know
picked
what? It
well.
pissed
He
me off.
picked well, man. He picked well.
No, you know what? He pissed me off because he's been talking shit about the pool all fucking year. Okay, guys, I keep fucking this pool, fuck this pool, blah blah blah. Like,
It's just
he's
he
just
was
smash
upset
talking.
because of the regular season he was further down. That's why.
Well, yeah, because he kept missing his picks, and he's like,
And that's I mean, playoffs are a totally different. I mean, that's where I would have been winning most of mine. Like last year, I won the playoff pool. It
well,
just,
all of a sudden he like turned it into high gear and fucking playoff
yeah,
mode.
yeah,
And
man, he's doing well.
the problem is it's not that he's doing better than somebody else in there that's in there. The problem is he's
It's
betting
the
the points
points.
properly,
Yeah,
right? And
yeah,
he's like, he told me, he's like, you got to fucking bet the points properly if you're gonna go long shot. But that's
yeah,
why with the Washington game, I didn't put the big points. I could have put him on
yeah,
that instead of the fucking Ravens, and I would
yeah.
have
You
been a
should
probably
have.
better off spot, right?
Yeah, you would have. Yeah, you're right. It's not over yet. There's still a lot of close people yet. So we'll see. We'll see. It all depends on his picks. And
It's
for
only
these
2
next few,
points. There's only what 18 and was it 16 and 8, or is that what we can pick this week? I think 16 and 8
yeah,
or
16
16 and
and 8. 16 and 8.
so at the end of the day, really, there's not a lot to play with now. You got to get them both right, or you're going
Yeah,
home.
you gotta, and hope he gets something wrong. It's the only way.
I don't believe he's gonna get something wrong. I honestly, I hate to say it, and that means we're gonna win it
It
over
depends if
here.
he's going to take a chance. It depends if he's going to
Hey,
take a chance or not. Because if
you know what?
he goes for, because like I said, I
This
think
means late night chat network rules the fucking your family's football pool. That's all it means. As I walk in there on football on Super Bowl weekend, and I start going like this.
Yeah, and you
Steelers
get
suck.
mauled.
Steelers suck.
You get mauled by like 100 people.
Wait, hey, wait. If I have my Washington jersey by
and
that
then
day, you get
and
in
then they'll
trouble.
sick the bear on you.
Oh yeah, right. But you're too lazy on the couch. You'll be just laying there.
No, he'll be
You
on the
just
nice
sprawl.
cold floor. He'll just look
Yeah,
up
or
at you and
whatever.
go, "Yeah, whatever."
Like, yeah. This
Yeah.
guy looks like he's warm with the beard,
Yeah.
right? That's what
Yeah.
they say to me. But no, honestly, I can't wait to go there when they're all
Yeah.
wearing fucking jerseys that shouldn't even be worn if you're not there.
I'll be wearing mine, man. I'll be wearing mine. So they didn't even make the playoffs. Dallas didn't make the playoffs. At least Pittsburgh made the damn playoffs. So they didn't go far, but
Yeah, exactly.
But that's all right. It's just shit happens, man. They need a quarterback.
Oh,
Wilson shit the bed, man. As far as like that's my opinion. Those last 2-3 games that he played, man, I think they would have been better off with what's his name, Fields. I think was their backup or whatever. But anyway, whatever. I just I don't know because I thought Pittsburgh was doing quite well when Fields was playing, and then they put I guess he what's his name came back. Wilson came back from injury or wherever. And he played a couple, but he played some good games, but man, he shit the bed on a few as well.
Yeah, see, that's the problem.
Well, make sure that you wear a jersey there when you come.
Well, I'm hoping I have my jersey by then, and hopefully they make it past this next round so that it'll actually mean something when I show up.
Absolutely, for sure, man, for sure.
Right?
Yeah,
they can call me whatever they want, right? Call me whatever, but honestly,
they will.
I'm a second year.
Trust me, they're not shy, man. My family's not shy. They'll call.
Oh, I know, but yeah. I'm not a family guy. I'm not a fucking a football guy. You know what I mean? So I'm not like them. I'm not as dedicated yet to a team as they are, but I'm starting to get that way. And it's almost like it's my favorite color, anyways, because it kind of matches, right?
Yeah, fair enough, man. Fair enough. Well, that was awesome, bro. That was good.
I enjoyed this one. So
after this Sunday, they actually have a hiatus for the following weekend.
Right? Oh, so they get a little bit of a break to recharge.
Yeah, and then after that, we have a special guest for the episode. I think just before the Super Bowl.
Just before the Super Bowl? Is that when we're going to do it, or we're going to do it after the Super Bowl?
Or after after. My bad. After the Super Bowl.
Yeah, I was going to say.
Because it's February. Yeah. Or no.
Yeah, it's February 9th is the Super Bowl.
Yeah, so we're going to have... We'll get back to you on that one. We definitely will have a special guest. Whether it be before, either we get it, because we're going to miss a week, right? So do we come on before the Super Bowl with our special guest? And
we're going to have one after next week, anyways, regardless, right? After the next round,
we'll
have another round 3 recap, right? So
that's right. And we'll go from there.
And then we'll go from there because that should be very interesting.
That's right. We'll figure that out then. Yeah.
I'm pretty sure I have a feeling I might know who it is, but I mean, I'm not going to say nothing because I don't want to bring it up live on here yet.
Yeah.
But I'm pretty sure, we know who it is, right?
First time guest. First time guest. So anybody that's thinking,
I'm pretty sure I know who it is.
It's not Nico, and it's not like like Lewis or somebody like that. No, it's a first time guest. So
it's not a Dallas fan, so.
No, not yet. Maybe someday.
Maybe someday we'll get that Dallas fan on here.
Someday we'll get that Dallas fan on here. Yeah.
Another one of my super fans.
Yeah. Yeah. Exactly. Yeah.
I don't know where I keep getting these super fans from, bro. But guys, thanks again for tuning in. And
that was
don't forget to you know what? Don't forget that we got Comic Shop Talk was released a little earlier today, so don't forget to check that one out. It's at 7 o'clock. Yeah. That's with Nico and Chris, and we got a mixtapes on Fridays, 8 p.m. Always dropping late night mixtapes. So check those out, guys. Make sure to like and subscribe. Don't forget, you can always use that donate button that they got now in the chat. That's always a fun one. Keeps us moving forward, right? So
Yeah,
I
that's
hate to
right.
say you know, when I say the donate thing, I feel like I'm
Yeah,
pouring myself out there. Finally,
yeah, I know.
I got my OnlyFans page on YouTube, basically.
Yeah, too funny. That's
So
awesome,
make
brother.
sure, yeah, make sure, yeah, you guys check out those ones, and then, like I said, the first guest that we're gonna have in the new year of a late night at the movies on the what date is it? Thursday, January 30th. Okay, that one's gonna be at 8 p.m. That'll be live on air premiering live. All right, we won't be doing it live, guys. So you guys can always leave your comments and stuff for the movies in the chat, like you guys always do, and make sure to
Yeah.
like and subscribe, and have fun watching that one because this should be an interesting movie that we're talking about. It's Giuseppe Makes a Movie, so it's a little bit different. If anybody wants to check it out,
Sounds different. Yeah, for sure.
hard as fuck to find the movie. I'll tell you that much. It's
Yeah, I
not an
bet.
easy.
I bet.
You can get that. I mean, you can get post the internet. Everything's on the internet.
Yeah. Fair enough.
Look,
Good
even us,
stuff,
bro.
brother. Yeah, I
They
know.
put
Even
us on
us.
the internet.
I know. Crazy
So
bastards.
yeah, don't forget, guys. Thanks again for tuning in to Late
Yes, thank
Nights.
you, everybody. Yep, thank you.
For tuning into the 2024 NFL Playoffs Roundup on the Late Night Chat Network, and make sure to like and subscribe, and that's your one stop for pop culture talk. All right, not
Attaboy.
shop. It's your one stop for pop culture talk. Blah, blah,
Exactly.
blah, blah, blah. That's what it sounds like afterwards to me. But yeah, there you go, guys. You guys enjoy your one and have a great evening. We'll see you
Take
next
care,
time.
guys.
Oh, peace out.
Peace out.
Booyah.